Hello, it's Reese here. Welcome to our How video, showing you how you can adapt your knowledge base in Zoho Desk to be multilingual. If you've got multinational clients, this is going to be very important for your business, for your customers and for your agents. Currently, this is what our knowledge base is like. It's great if you're an English speaker, but after sport we deal with sports stars from around the globe. For example, Sebastian Vettel doesn't want to read all the information he needs in his second language. He speaks great English, but we're trying to sell to him. We need to make his experience as smooth as possible, so let's allow him to speak his native language of German. And this also applies to the merchandising side of our business as well, where we also serve an international customer base. So how do we go about doing this? Well, first we need to head over to Zoho Desk. First things first, we need to let the system know what our default language is. So head up to the Setup button in the top right, into Channels, into Help Center and into Languages. Then, from the default languages drop down, we're going to select English. Now we need to enable the multilingual feature, so in the same screen, hit the toggle on multilingual. And then we need to tell the system what languages we want options for. So click additional language, and we're going to add in German, Spanish, French and Dutch. These are the countries we currently have clients in, but if we expanded into Asia, for example, we could add more language options. When that's all set up, we need to look at how we're actually going to do the translations. Now within Desk we've got two options. We can do it manually or we can set it up to auto-translate. If we select manual, we'll have to write and import each article in each language. If we select automatic, our default language articles will automatically be translated using a translation software. We're going to look at both options today, but first up, let's look at how we do manual translation. First, we need to make sure the structure behind our articles is translated. So we need to translate the categories and the sections. For this, we head to the Help Center module, to the Manage Knowledge Base, and organize our categories. Then we can select the edit icon, and you'll notice that now we've enabled the multilingual option, there are additional languages to select from, but they're not completed. So we select the language, enter the translated name and description for each language, and then hit save. We then repeat that process for each of our selected languages and each of our categories. Then we need to translate the sections within this category. Now on the same screen you can see all of the sections in the category, and we're going to start with the media training tips and tricks section. So to translate that, we hover over the section, click the three dots icon and select edit. Similarly to last time, we select the language, enter the translated name and description, and again we would need to repeat this for each of our languages. Hit save, and we then have to do it for each of the other sections. And finally we come to add in the translated articles themselves. So because we've already got a knowledge base set up, we just need to add new versions of existing articles. So we head to the Articles tab, into the folder for Media Training Tips and Tricks, and we can see what versions of each article we've already got by clicking the language icon in the top right. We're not doing very well. So we're going to start by translating the article from Locker Room to Newsroom. There's a few ways we can do this. We can import from the cloud, from your computer, or just type them in. We can hit Publish. And again, we would repeat this process for all of our languages: Dutch, French, German, and Spanish. However, if you're more organised than us, you would do this as you set up your knowledge base for the first time. And that's very simple to do. When you're adding an article for the first time, you set up all the settings behind it, you add in your English version, then as we did before, you add in the versions for all the other languages as well. Now if we head over to the website, you'll see the two translated articles we've done so far. But let's be honest, so far the translated knowledge base is looking pretty bare. Now as you can imagine, it would take a lot of time to manually translate an extensive knowledge base, and you would definitely need a team of translators working or rewriting the articles. And that's why we have an option for automatic translation. So let's head back into Desk and have a look how that works. So we head back up to the language settings as we did before, but this time we select automatic translation. Now there's three options of which system you'd like to use to do the translations for you. Select whichever one you'd like. Here I've chosen Zia, which is Zoho's own AI tool, and then we select the languages that we want it to be available. It'll only show the ones that we selected earlier, but there are lots more. Now we just need to select which articles we want to translate. So let's start with our tips and tricks articles. So back in the articles section, we select edit, and it gives us the options to publish and translate. Now we click that and it'll get to work straight away. And you can see that it's in progress of translating it into all the different languages. So while I've been setting the others to translate, you'll see that our first one has been completed, and it's now become a draft, which you'll show by the orange icon. Once they're all done and all drafted up, we can go in and check the accuracy and make any changes we want before we publish them. But when we hit publish, you'll see that the icons switch to green, and that'll indicate that they're published live on the website. Now we just need to repeat that process till all of your articles are published. But what about when we want to add a new article in here? Well, that's very, very easy. We head up to the Add New Article button like we did earlier. We add in all the details in English. Then we just press Publish and Translate. And this will go through the same routine as it did before. In progress, it'll become a draft, and then we can edit it before we publish it. And this routine just makes sure that we can check the accuracy, because we know that translation tools aren't always 100% accurate. And here we have it, the final result. Our English knowledge base is now available in multiple different languages. So our customers from around the globe can see the information they need in their first language. It's much, much better for them. And it makes us look a lot better as well. So it's a win-win really. So thank you very much for watching this video, and why not check out some of the other How and Wow videos in our playlist.